In the dim, golden glow of a single flickering desk lamp that barely fought back the evening darkness, Mark Thompson stood frozen in the doorway of his boss's office. His heart hammered so loudly he was sure she could hear it. "I need to leave early today," he said, trying to keep his voice level even as his palms turned slick with sweat. I have a date." The words landed like a stone dropped into still water. Elena Vasquez, sharp, untouchable, feared by everyone in the building, went completely still. Her pen hovered mid-signature. Her perfectly sculpted eyebrows lifted just a fraction. Then, without a single word, she reached into the bottom drawer of her mahogany desk, pulled out a half-crumpled pack of cigarettes she wasn't supposed to keep at work, extracted one with shaking fingers, and lit it. The click of the lighter echoed louder than any shout. She inhaled deeply, exhaled a slow, bitter cloud of smoke toward the ceiling, and said absolutely nothing. Her silence was louder than any argument. But what if I told you that this one awkward, jealous, cigarette-lit moment wasn't the end of anything? It was the hidden beginning of something beautiful, painful, and completely life-changing for both of them. If this hook already has your heart racing and your curiosity burning, then please, right now, smash that like button and hit subscribe with notifications on. Stories like this only keep coming because of your support. Let's dive deep into the full emotional journey. It's going to be a long, heartfelt ride. Mark Thompson was 38 years old and looked every bit the tired but devoted single father he had become. Average height, slightly hunched from too many hours at a computer, brown hair that always seemed 2 weeks overdue for a cut, and warm hazel eyes that crinkled at the corners whenever he talked about his daughter. Those eyes carried permanent shadows now. 3 years' worth of grief, exhaustion, and quiet determination. 3 years earlier, his wife Sarah had collapsed in their kitchen while making pancakes for Lily's 5th birthday. A brain aneurysm. No warning. No would-be. 1 minute she was laughing, flipping a pancake that landed perfectly. The next she was gone. Mark still kept that last perfect pancake photo on his fridge. Him, Sarah, and tiny Lily all sticky with syrup and happiness. He never took it down. Since then, life had become a tightrope walk. Single dad to a now 7-year-old bundle of energy named Lily, full-time senior copywriter at Apex Marketing, bills that never stopped coming, and a heart that had quietly decided love was too dangerous to try again. He woke at 5:45 every morning, made oatmeal. Lily hated it, but ate it anyway because Daddy made it, braided her hair badly, dropped her at school, raced to the office, stayed late to prove he was still valuable, picked her up, helped with homework, cooked dinner, read bedtime stories, collapsed into bed around 11, and did it all again the next day. He was the guy everyone relied on, the one who never said no, the one who smiled through the exhaustion. But inside, he was lonely in a way that hurt his bones. Elena Vasquez was the opposite in every visible way. At 42, she was the youngest ever director at Apex. Tall, impeccably dressed in tailored blazers and killer heels. Jet black hair always in a sleek bun. Dark eyes that could freeze you mid-sentence. She spoke in short, precise commands. She closed million-dollar deals before lunch. People whispered she was heartless. But the truth was far more complicated. Elena had grown up in a loud, chaotic immigrant family where love was shown through yelling, food, and never letting anyone see you cry. She married young at 24 to escape the noise, only to discover her husband was louder and crueler. The divorce at 32 left her with nothing but a law degree she never used and a vow: never depend on anyone again. Career became armor. Success became oxygen. Yet late at night, in her sleek, empty high-rise apartment overlooking the Chicago River, she would pour a second glass of red wine and stare at the city lights, wondering why winning felt so much like losing. She had noticed Mark on his very first day 4 years ago. Not in a dramatic, movie way, just a quiet observation. He was polite, competent, never raised his voice, and when he spoke about his daughter during the icebreaker meeting, his whole face softened. Elena had looked away quickly, embarrassed by the sudden pang in her chest. Over time, those pangs grew. She gave him harder projects, so she could see more of his work. She lingered near his desk, pretending to check something. She memorized the way he rubbed the back of his neck when stressed. She told herself it was admiration for his work ethic. Deep down, she knew it was envy. He had someone who needed him, someone who ran to him with open arms, someone who called him daddy. Elena had no one. The rainy Tuesday, everything started like any other. Mark burst into the office at 8:17, soaked, tie crooked, Lily's bright pink backpack dangling from one shoulder. Sorry, he muttered, dropping into his chair. That morning Lily had refused to wear the green socks. They looked like frog eyes, then cried when the braid came out lopsided. He'd fixed it in the car with one hand while driving. He was already behind. Elena appeared at 8:32, coffee in hand, expression stormy. Thompson, quarterly deck. Noon. No excuses. Yes, ma'am, he said automatically. The day dragged. Fullness rang endlessly. Emails piled up. The fluorescent lights buzzed like angry bees. By 3:45, Mark realized he was cutting it dangerously close. Tonight was his first date in 3 years. A blind setup, his co-worker Priya's sister Anna, a 35-year-old third-grade teacher who loved kids and hated small talk. They were meeting at 7 at Bella Vita, a cozy Italian place downtown. Lily's sitter could only stay till 6:30. He had to leave by 5. At 4:20, he stood outside Elena's glass office, palms sweaty again. He knocked. Come. He stepped in. The room smelled of expensive perfume, fresh coffee, and the faintest hint of the lavender candle she sometimes lit when stressed. Ms. Vasquez, I hate to ask, but I need to leave at 5 today. It's personal. She looked up slowly. Crunch week. You know that. I know. I'll finish the deck from home tonight, if I have to. I have a date. First one since, he trailed off. Elena's pen stopped moving. Her face didn't change much, but something flickered behind her eyes. Surprise, then something sharper. Hurt. Anger? She opened the drawer, took out the cigarette pack, lit one without asking permission. The flame trembled. She inhaled, held it, exhaled toward the window, so the smoke wouldn't hit him. Silence stretched. 10 seconds. 20. Finally, in a voice so quiet it almost broke. Go. Mark blinked. Thank you. Really? He turned to leave. At the door he paused. She was staring at the burning cigarette like it had personally betrayed her. You okay? He asked softly. She gave a short, humorless laugh. Peachy. Have fun on your date, Thompson. He left. The door clicked shut. Elena sat there until the cigarette burned down to the filter. Then she stubbed it out viciously, stood, walked to the window, and pressed her forehead against the cool glass. Tears came fast and hot. She hated them. Hated that seeing him happy with someone else felt like a punch to the ribs. Hated that she cared this much. That night Mark met Anna. She was pretty. Warm brown eyes, easy smile, curly hair tied back with a scrunchie. They talked about teaching, about Lily's latest obsession with drawing unicorns, about favorite movies. Anna was kind, funny, interested, but Mark kept thinking about Elena's face. The way the lighter shook, the silence, the smoke. He went home feeling guilty and confused. Next morning, Elena was ice. Tasks came via email only. No eye contact. Mark felt the distance like a physical wall. Then at 2:17 p.m., the school nurse called. Lily had 102 fever, vomiting, needed pickup now. Mark panicked. Elena was in the middle of a video call with Tokyo clients. High stakes, no interruptions allowed. He had no choice. He knocked once, opened the door a crack, whispered, "Emergency. Lily's sick." The clients on screen looked confused. Elena muted, stood, followed him into the hallway. What happened? Her voice was low, urgent. Fever. Throwing up. I have to go right now. For a second, she looked almost frightened. Then go. I'll handle the call. Forward your emails to me. I'll cover whatever's urgent. Mark stared. You sure? Go. She repeated softer. Tell Lily I hope she feels better. He ran. That evening, around 8:30, his phone buzzed. Unknown number. How's Lily? He saved her as Elena, boss, and replied. Fever broke around 7. She's sleeping now. Thank you again for today. Really saved me. Elena, boss good. If you need tomorrow off, take it. Mark, I think we'll manage. But thank you. A long pause. Then, Elena, boss, you're a good dad, Mark. He stared at the screen for a full minute before typing. Thanks. Means more than you know. From there, something cracked open. Small things at first. Elena started asking about Lily casually. Did the fever come back? What did the doctor say? Mark began sharing photos. Lily's latest unicorn drawing, her missing front tooth smile. One Friday, Elena left at 5:30, unheard of. Mark teased her the next Monday. You okay? You left before the lights turned off. She smirked, trying to find balance. Your influence, apparently. Weeks passed. I thought. They started eating lunch together sometimes, in the break room, never too long. She told him about her childhood in a tiny apartment with 5 siblings and 1 bathroom. He told her about Sarah's laugh, how it used to fill every room. One afternoon, Mark said casually, Lily's school play is next Thursday. She's a mouse in Cinderella. Very dramatic mouse. You want to come? She keeps asking about the pretty boss lady. Elena froze mid-sip of coffee. Me? At a children's play? Why not? Tiny chairs. Bad singing. Free cookies afterward. She laughed. A real one. I'll think about it. Thursday evening, she showed up. Black coat. Heels swapped for flats. Hair down for once. She sat in a plastic chair too small, knees almost to her chin, watching Lily scamper across the stage in gray ears and whiskers. When Lily spotted her in the audience, she waved wildly. Elena waved back, eyes shining. Afterward, at the school cafeteria cookie table, Lily ran up and hugged Elena's legs. You came. You really came. Elena knelt. Wouldn't miss it, little mouse. They went for ice cream. Lily talked nonstop. Elena listened like it was the most important conversation in the world. Mark watched them and felt something dangerous. Hope. But hope is fragile. Anna texted for date number 2. Mark hesitated. He confided in Elena one late night, when they were the only ones left in the office. I don't know, he said, staring at his phone. She's great, but it feels wrong. Elena was quiet a long time. Then, maybe you're not ready yet. Or maybe, she stopped. Or maybe what? She met his eyes. Maybe the right person is closer than you think. The air changed. Heavy. Electric. Mark swallowed. Elena. She stood abruptly. I'm going home. Good night. She left fast. But the next day she brought him coffee. His exact order, black, 2 sugars. No words. Just set it on his desk and walked away. The confessions came slowly, painfully. One stormy Friday night, they were stuck late, fixing a client crisis. Rain hammered the windows. Around 10 p.m., Elena lit a cigarette, her old habit creeping back. Mark gently took it from her fingers and stubbed it out. You don't need that. She looked at him, eyes wet. I needed something when you said you had a date. I was jealous, Mark. Stupid, ugly jealous. Because you have a life, a daughter, a future, and I have spreadsheets and silence. He stepped closer. I've been scared too. Scared to feel anything again. But you make me want to try. They didn't kiss that night, but they talked until 2 a.m. about grief, fear, second chances. Challenges didn't disappear. Office gossip started. The boss and the single dad? Really? Elena's long hours clashed with Lily's school events. One evening, she canceled dinner plans last minute for a crisis call. Mark exploded. You promised. Lily made you a card. She drew us all together. Elena yelled back. I'm trying. This job is all I know how to be good at. She left in tears. Mark felt awful. Next morning at 7 a.m., his doorbell rang. Elena stood there with 2 grocery bags, eyes red. I'm sorry, she whispered. I'm not good at this yet, but I want to learn. If you'll teach me. He pulled her inside. They hugged for a long time. Healing took months. Elena started therapy. She cut back smoking until she quit completely. Mark set boundaries at work. No more staying till 10 unless it was life or death. Lily slowly warmed up. First Miss Elena, then Auntie L, then just L with big hugs. One Saturday, they took Lily to the aquarium. She ran between tanks, pointing at jellyfish. Elena held Mark's hand under the blue glowing light. Lily looked back, grinned, and said, You two look happy. They were. 9 months after that rainy Tuesday cigarette moment, at the company family picnic, Mark got down on one knee in front of the bounce house. No ring box, just a folded piece of construction paper Lily had drawn. 3 stick figures holding hands under a big yellow sun. Family, written in wobbly crayon. "Marry us?" he asked. Elena laughed through tears. "Yes. God, yes." Lily jumped on them both, yelling, "We're getting married." As the sun set over the park, Elena whispered to Mark, "I thought jealousy was the end. Turns out it was the beginning. And that's the truth of it. Life will break your heart in ways you never expect. Jealousy, silence, cigarettes in forbidden places, they could be the ashes something beautiful rises from. If you let yourself feel it. If you let someone in." Mark and Elena didn't fix each other. They chose each other. Scars, fears, late nights, little girl giggles, and all. If this story moved you, made you tear up, or reminded you that second chances are real, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Share in the comments. Have you ever turned jealousy or pain into something beautiful? I read every single one. Until the next heartfelt story, keep opening your heart. Even when it's scary. Especially when it's scary.